Yes, welcome to another video. It's a transfer roundup. Not actually, bro, not done one of these for a while.
A long time. You know what? In fact, the last time, because we have this spreadsheet, like a document that we look at for all the stuff. Last time we did a transfer roundup, Jack Grealish was not a Manchester City player.
Wow,
that's how long it's been.
Well, yeah, there's quite a lot of news and rumours flying about at the moment. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. We'll set a like target of 1,000, guys, so try and help us out on that one. I think we got really close on the last video, so smash a thumbs up on the video if you do enjoy it. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do hit the subscribe button just below the video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos when we go live or, you know, when we upload a new video and stuff. As well, massive shout out to our sponsor today is the guys at One Football. Now, if you're one of these City fans who just doesn't know where to go for the news and wants the news just straight to your phone, One Football have got a free app that you can download. Select City as your favourite team, and you'll get all the City news, which is like match news, match reports, transfer news, transfer rumours, live scores, tables, everything basically that you could possibly want. All free in one app. The link is in the description. It's also the pinned comment. If you click that, it'll take you to the download page. It's completely free, so go and give it a try. Right, okay, let's start off with Yankuto. Yankuto has joined SC Braga on a season-long loan from Manchester City. I know there was a lot of rumours about him potentially going to Celtic, but for whatever reason, that didn't materialise. But this is a here we go confirm, Aubrey. Yankuto is now at Braga, which I think is a good deal.
I think it's a good deal. He's definitely going to get more game time. We've got heavy competition on that right side with Cancelo and Walker. I think it'd be unrealistic for people to think that he'd slot in there. I know people, after seeing Mendy against Spurs, a lot of people saying that can Couto play left back. But I think we're in a situation where can anyone play left back? And Celtic, the Celtic thing, bro, was actually quite close, wasn't it? It was quite close to going Celtic, but did he reject it? There was something about it where something happened and it all pretty much fell through, innit?
Yeah. So something went a bit weird. Next up, Samuel Edozie. Now, I seen him quite a few times. You didn't actually see him that much, bro, because you was on your restaurants, innit? Because it was your birthdays and stuff. And
birthdays.
But in the pre-season, I seen him 2 or 3 times, and he looked really, really good, really impressed. He's only 18 years old, and then he obviously got the big start in the Charity Shield, the Community Shield against Leicester. Didn't really do too much, but nodded the team. But he has impressed, and now there's rumours that some German teams are in for him. I think Leipzig, Dortmund, Valencia from Spain are all potentially interested in Samuel Edozie. It will be interesting to see whether or not this is a loan deal or whether one of these German teams wants to sort of poach him. We know what they're like. They like getting these English players in when they're in their 18, 19, developing them and then selling them on for a huge profit like 3 or 4 years later, like they've done with Sancho and stuff like that. So I think if he ends up in Germany, it's probably going to be a permanent deal. And that do we really want to see that? Probably not. But maybe if it's Valencia, maybe that could be a loan deal. We'll have to wait and see on this one. Not too many rumours, but there is some interest.
Yeah, I'd be sad to see him leave, given the bright start he's had. I mean, he's been put into a team through this preseason and stuff, and he has looked decent. So I'd be sad to see him leave on a permanent basis. But I'd be happy for him to go out on loan anyway, or something like that. Next up on the list is Philippe Sandler. This guy I've seen a few times, not too much. I'm sure I watched it with you, bro, and me and you watched a game with Philippe Sandler on the pitch, and he didn't look interested. I don't know when it was. I think it was a few years ago. He didn't look interested, and from that, I had this stigma about him. But then when he played in pre-season, he actually looked all right. Apparently, City are pushing for him to sign a new contract with the club before sending him on loan. Do you know what I mean? So sign a new contract, then send him out on loan somewhere. Blackburn apparently ahead of the queue for that. Sandler's contract does expire next year. And there's a chance that he might just let his contract run down so that he can just get off. And if he does, basically City put an offer on the table, and if he doesn't accept that offer before going out on loan, they're going to scrap any loan plans just because obviously they don't want to put any time into him if he's just going to get off.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He's definitely worth a few £1 million, so City are obviously looking for a new contract so they can sell him and make some money. We'll have to see what happens on that one. Liam Delap, obviously fresh from his new contract, staying at the club till 2026. Now the question is, Where will he play his football this year? Will it be at Manchester City as a second or third choice striker, or will he go on loan? Anderlecht are apparently working on a deal to sign Liam Delap from Man City this season. Nothing really sort of really rumours. It's really early days on this. We'll have to see. I personally don't want him to go out on loan. I think some players suit a loan deal, and some players need to be in and around the first team, like Phil Foden, in and around the first team. That's what you need. For me, I think Liam Delap would, in my view, would grow better playing for City as a second, third choice striker, you know, trying to get goals against defenders like Laporte, Diaz, Stones, Ake. I think that's probably going to be better for him. However, having said that, he does need to play some football from time to time. So there is a little bit of an onus on Pep Guardiola to give him that football, give him that time. If it's early rounds Carabao, if it's FA Cup, if it's 10, 15 minutes in the Premier League when you're 3-4-0 up, if it's Champions League, match day 5, match day 6 when you've already topped the group, that type of thing. If we can give him that football, I think it's worth him staying at the football club. If Pep's like, no, he's not in my plans at all this year, he's not going to get any game time, which I think's wrong if that is the case, then maybe that's where you would explore a potential loan deal.
Yeah, I don't actually see that being the. Do you know what I mean? I know the whole him going out on loan. I don't want him to go out on loan. Like you say, I do want him to be. I think he'll benefit a lot by being around the first team. I think potentially if we go sign someone like Harry Kane as well, a new striker, an experienced striker. Do you know what I mean? I think he can learn a lot, especially with them being very similar builds, similar like play style. I think he can learn a lot from someone like Harry Kane if Harry Kane does come in. And yeah, I don't want to see this guy go on loan at all. I think at the club is the best place for him to be. I think Pep will play him this season, sporadically, because he has been. Do you know what I mean? He has been pushed up to the first team. He's training with the first team and everything. So what's the point in doing that if you ain't going to play him? He may as well be in Premier League 2 again.
I think this is a good question for you guys who are watching. Let us know in the comment section below. Should Liam Delap stay at the football club, where obviously his minutes will be a lot lower, but he'll be training and in and around better players and being coached by a better manager? Or do you think he's worth going out on loan, where he's being coached and playing with lesser players, but he's getting that game time? It is a hard one. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Aymeric Laporte, obviously fresh from his goal against Norwich, very good performance. And but apparently before this, City, it's come out that City were willing, or maybe are still willing, to accept Laporte leaving the football club if a sum in the region of around £60 million is received by another football club. However, obviously he did the S thing though, didn't he, bro?
Bro. I had to look back at it last night.
What were you thinking?
Because I was thinking, did I see things? Was he actually doing an S, or am I just seeing stuff? And he does do an S. He 100% does an S like this. And I'm just thinking, like, wow, what does that mean, innit? Do you know what I mean? What does that mean? We said this on the live stream yesterday. Like, is he murking Stones, saying that I've got the shirt now? Is he saying he's staying? Is he saying, please sell me? We don't know, innit? But I'm actually very surprised at Twitter as well. Because I thought after seeing that, Twitter going to meltdown and we'd see, like, people talking about it. But I ain't seen nothing. Yeah. I don't see anyone talking about Laporte celebration. The only thing I see him talking about is that weird shit that he does with his arms. Yeah.
It's an interesting one, this one. I don't think he's going to be sold this summer. I think if someone like Real Madrid, or maybe Bayern, someone like that came in for him with a £60 million bid, I think we would. But I don't think anyone's going to bid for him, and City are not going to let him go on the cheap. So I think he'll end up staying at the football club. Someone who I don't think will stay at the football club, however, someone needs to pay the money for him, is Bernardo Silva. The Daily Star Sport exclusive, apparently. Bernardo Silva is a target for AC Milan in a £45 million deal. However, it's a weird deal. They want to take him on loan for 2 years, paying us a £15 million fee for those 2 years, and at the end of the 2 years, they'll then pay us £30 million. This just seems like a complete ridiculous proposition from AC Milan, and I don't like the structure of that deal at all. And I'd be going back to them and saying, no loan deals. You buy him and you pay a fair price. You know what I mean? So not for me. I'll be rejecting that.
It stinks of the same deal that Juventus did for Locatelli. Locatelli, I think he's gone to Juventus on a 2-year loan deal for free, and then it'll become a permanent transfer. It seems to be a very weird way of getting around FFP, do you know what I mean, without having actually paying the fee. Then you've got a 2 years where you can build the transfer up and then get kind of like when PSG signed Mbappe, didn't they? They loaned him for a year, then signed him for 100 million after that. If City accept this is stupid. It's stupid, innit? We want the cash for Bernardo Silva. Do you know what I mean? If Bernardo's leaving, we want to get that money because we want to put that money elsewhere. We're already invested into the squad. We can't just, do you know what I mean, go, oh yeah, here's 15 million, cheers mate, and then 2 years later, in 2 years time we get 30 million, because we want this money now. If Bernardo's going to leave, someone needs to pay the price, and as well, 45 million for Bernardo Silva I think is very cheap, and if someone got him for that price, that is a steal.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Right, let's move on to the incomings, the best part of the show, and Dusan Vlahovic. Fabrizio Romano says there's nothing involving Man City. Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic is not a target for Manchester City. Their full attention is on Harry Kane and on outgoings. Now that's also been confirmed by Sam Lee, so we're getting the same thing here. And I would just refer back to the interview that we did, the exclusiva between City Extra and Fabrizio Romano, like last week or whenever it was, when we spoke about Harry Kane. And Fabrizio was very clear. Manchester City's intention is Harry Kane, Harry Kane, Harry Kane. They are not interested in any other striker. So that was big at the time. And I think with this news coming out now saying that City are not interested in Vlahovic, I think this is proof that City are looking only at Harry Kane.
I think this could be something very clever, because there's a lot of rumours about the Dusan Vlahovic thing. There's loads of them. It could be a very clever move from Fiorentina to try and up the price to the other teams that are interested, because apparently Atletico Madrid are interested, and we know that Tottenham are interested. Tottenham were apparently at one stage at an advanced stage before Atletico Madrid came in, and they can offer him Champions League football. So I think he'll end up at one of them two teams. The natural domino effect seems to me, we get Kane and then he goes to Tottenham, but it's whether or not he actually wants to go there, because they don't have Champions League football, and they might not even have a Europa Conference League football, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't know. But this whole Vlahovic thing, it's time to put that to bed. Do you know what I mean? You can shelf that. You never have to open it again, never have to look into it. I know everyone got on the whole hype train for it. I was never on board. I'm still Team Kane. But you know what I mean? It's time to finally let that ease. Which I'm happy about, bro, because all the comments in our videos are Vlahovic.
I know, yeah. Nah, it's not happening, that, guys. So let's turn back on to Harry Kane then. And this is quite big, and this shocked me, to be honest, guys. Simon Mullock from The Mirror, another exclusiva. Man City are still £50 million short of meeting Tottenham's £150 million valuation for Harry Kane. It has been suggested that Man City would raise their offer to £120 million with further add-ons, but this hasn't happened. I thought the position that we were in was City were offering around the 125 million, and Tottenham were like, no, we want 150. The fact that City have still not gone to 120 yet, that is causing me a little bit of concern. But you know, surely City are going to come back this week with another offer. Obviously, Harry Kane played today for Tottenham. Maybe that's piling on a little bit of pressure for City to say, look, we need to get involved in and up our offer. But that did concern me, bro, that we're still at that 100 million, 50 million pounds short of their valuation.
Yeah, obviously that's what this guy's reporting, that is still 50 million off. I think City will go to the 125 mark, around that, and then they'll probably fix the rest in add-ons to get it to Levy's 150 million valuation of Harry Kane. I think if it's gonna happen, it has to happen very quickly. I think now that game is gone, I feel like I see they say this every week. Do you know what I mean? Now that the City Spurs game's done, we should see movements. But now that, do you know what I mean, he played his 20 minutes, whatever it was, half an hour. I think this week is obviously, it's not. I think it's the final week, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We've gone from this week is where we should be getting big news. This week is where we should be getting big news. Now it's this week we need big news, or we're not signing Harry Kane.
Yeah.
So I think City it's really, you said it the best the other day, bro. It's time to put up or shut up. You know what I mean? Do you want to go for it? You can't sit on your £100 million mark and then expect them to come down to you, because they won't. Go put another offer in, 125 million, and test the waters, see if that works. Yeah, because end of the day, when it comes to the end of the transfer window, transfer deadline day, bro, they'll know we're desperate, bro. They could rinse us harder on transfer deadline day, because they know how desperate we are for a striker.
This is it. I think, you know, we said it recently, and it's say again. It is put up or shut up for Man City now. We do need to increase our offer. 100 is clearly miles away from what they think. Let's up it a little bit. Test their resolve. Let's see if we can get him in for that 120, 125 with add-ons. But if not, right, and there's not been too many links, but we all know that Cristiano Ronaldo is available, right? Juventus have tried to say that he's happy and he's staying, but He's not, and he's leaving Juventus if an offer comes in. Now, rumours, bro, that the bid could be as low as £25 million to get Cristiano Ronaldo out the football club. Now, obviously, he's a little bit older. I think he's like 35. However,
I think he's 36 now, actually.
36. You know, he's still a fantastic footballer, and he'd score goals in any team. Now, there's not been too many rumours linking him with City. This is purely more of a question of, if Harry Kane just isn't possible, maybe Levy's just refusing to sell now, maybe he's increased his price, maybe City are just thinking there's no way we can go to 120, 150. Is Cristiano Ronaldo a genuine option for Man City, bro? Is he an option?
I think he's an option. He's definitely an option, especially with someone like Bernardo who wants to leave. You know, you could always... I mean, that could be a part of some form of deal for that. Do you know what I mean? If he wanted to part ways, they both share the same agent who was in Manchester recently. So, do you know what I mean? I have no doubts that George Mendes would have been saying City, Ronaldo is available, because he's pretty much putting Ronaldo on the market. He's not playing today, Ronaldo, because he's told the club, just don't play me because I'm trying to sort out my future. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I want to be. Juventus are very open to selling him, hence the £25 million fee that is rumoured to be put on him, despite them paying, do you know what I mean, 100 million for him. I think he's 100% an option. If it's not a realistic option, but it's an option. And if Harry Kane falls down and then something comes out over the next few days and it says like, look, Harry Kane is a no-go, all negotiations break down, who are you left with? Yeah. Because by that time, Vlahovic might have gone somewhere else. If not, do you know what I mean? Then we're going to have to look into interest for him, and apparently they want 80 million to 100 million for him.
And the thing is with Vlahovic, bro, or say you go and get someone like that, Vlahovic, yeah, who's only played for a year, something like that, a year, 2 years, so you don't actually know if he's mint. He could have just had a one-season wonder type thing. He's still going to be there next year. You know what I mean? If no one else buys him. So you could always go and get Ronaldo, and then go and get the best up-and-coming striker or the best mid-20s type striker. We don't have to rush into it if we can't get Kane. This is a tricky one.
It's an interesting one because a lot of loyalties lie in this one as well, because being City fans, a lot of people have hated Ronaldo for a very, very long time.
And still do.
Yeah, still do now. So it's hard to switch that off when the guy comes to your football club. You know what I mean? Or to want the guy at the football club. I think for a lot of people, it'd be very difficult to imagine celebrating a Ronaldo goal because you're so used to being on the other side. Yeah. It's a strange one. It's a very strange one, but I think there'll be a lot of people backing us to go and get Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah,
where do you stand on this, guys? Does your loyalty to Man City and your dislike for United make this deal impossible for you to support? Or are you just looking at the fundamentals of this and saying, look, you can get one of the best football players that's ever played the game at the football club at 25 million. Yes, he's 36 years old, but you'll have him for 1 or 2 years and then you can go and find someone else, you know what I mean, to replace. What you thinking here? Let us know in the comment section below. I think there'll be a lot of split opinions on this one, but I'm interested to see your views nonetheless. I hope you have enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, smash a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go check out One Football. The link is in the description. It's also the pinned comment. It's completely free, and you do help support the channel if you download it. It is genuinely a mega app. Both myself and Jordan uses it. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.